This is the easiest and the quickest strategy you could ever learn. Starting with any account size, any experience level, all you need is one indicator. This is the exact strategy that I use to grow my $200 account. Most traders never figure this out. I wasted 2 years of my life and thousands of dollars because I simply did not know how the market moved. And you are probably stuck in that same situation yourself. I did what all beginner traders do. I had a whole bunch of indicators on my chart. I watched countless hours and hours of YouTube videos, and I kept searching for that secret super strategy, y'all. Because of this, I lost all of my money in my account. I had to start over from scratch with only $200. And y'all, I was an elementary school teacher, so you already know the money that I was making was very, very, very thin. At that point, y'all, I knew I needed a change. So I invested with my mentor to learn this strategy, and I'm gonna break it down for you in detail in this video. Let's get right into it. The market is made up of two groups, buyers and sellers. When the market moves up or is pushed up, that shows buyers are in control. Think of that as the green candles, bulls, right? Price is pushing up and buyers are pushing price up. When sellers are in control, price is being pushed down. Think of those as red candles or bears are in control. Now that we know that the market is controlled by buyers or sellers, this is the one thing, this was my aha moment in understanding how the market moves. And this is a thing that changed the game for me. The market can do two things. It can either be balanced or imbalanced. Those are the two ways that the market can move. As a trader, we need to be able to identify when it is balanced or imbalanced. Let me give you an example of the difference. Now, think of a seesaw. We know what a seesaw looks like. You used to play with it as a kid. Now, if you and the person you're playing with are the same weight, the seesaw will be what? Balanced. There won't be one side higher than the other. It will just hang out right here in the middle. Also, think about this as when you're playing tug of war, right? When you're playing tug of war, if you have a group of individuals on one side that's strong and the group on the other side are equally as strong, what happens with the tug of war? The rope is balanced. It's not one side winning over the other. So that's when we're talking about balance. The buyers and sellers are agreeing on price action and it's not making a new high or a new low. Think of it as moving in sideways, right? Consolidation, a range. Price is just in this nice little area here. That's balanced. When price is in balance, it's also a buildup of energy. Now, the second way or the second thing that price can do is be imbalanced. Now, let's go back to that seesaw example. When we're imbalanced, we have one thing that's heavier than the other and one side is being tilted. So if you are the lighter child and there's a heavier child, the heavier child is going to pull the seesaw down and you're going to go up versus the other way, right? Now let's look at the tug of war. If there's a group, you have that strong group of friends that are on one side of the tug of war, they're gonna pull the other side of the group towards their side. They're gonna win. So think of that when it comes to the market. When we're talking about imbalance, one party is stronger than the other, and the two parties, like we talked about earlier in the video, is the buyers and sellers. So now we are in an imbalanced market. One group is beating out the other, be it buyers, prices pushing up. This is where we're going to see that price action push up very swiftly or in a very strong fashion. Or if sellers are in control, that's when we're going to see price dropping. So that is how I was able to grow my small account, by being able to identify if price is balanced or if price is imbalanced. Remember this too when it comes to imbalance. Imbalance is a release of that energy. In the balanced market, it was a buildup of energy. Now, when we're in imbalanced market, that is a release of the energy either to the downside or to the upside. The market spends most of its time in the balanced state. That is equivalent to about 70 to 80% of the time. Contrary to that, the market spends about 20 to 30% of its time in the imbalanced state. Now, here's the big problem, and I had this problem, and I know if you're a beginner, if this is brand new to you, you might have this problem too. You feel that once the market is open, it is just a indication that you should be trading. But that is where the problem lies, my friends. A beginner trader feels like as the market's open, that means it's a time to trade. But a professional trader is able to identify a balanced market versus an imbalanced market and then take advantage of either phase. This is where I was able to build my small account in an imbalanced market because I was able to take advantage of these big moves. And remember, an imbalanced market happens 20 to 30% of the time. So what that meant for me was that I was not trading every day. Now, this is a key for a beginner trader. The fact that I was able to identify that it was not a trading day every day, what it built for me was patience. And that was a virtue that serves me to this day, understanding that patience is key and having the discipline to wait for my setup. That was something that is so valuable as a trader, and I'm grateful for that opportunity to have learned that. Do me a favor, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, help me get this video to 1,000 likes. And remember, y'all, I always read my comments. So if you have any questions about the strategy or anything around trading, go ahead and comment down below. If you ever want to trade with us live, hear our thought process and see our screen, my husband and I trade live every day where we trade this strategy and more. Also in our group, we have lots of resources where you're actually able to learn. We teach you step by step how to trade, even if you're a beginner or an intermediate trader. We have resources that can help you on your journey. We also have a weekly live beginners classes and trade breakdown. All you have to do is click the link in my description below. So the question you have to ask yourself is, how can we know when the market is balanced versus being imbalanced? I got you. There's an indicator that we use to be able to identify if we're imbalanced or balanced, and it's called the VWAP. The VWAP simply stands for volume weighted average price, which simply means, my friends, it's the fair value of that underlying asset. Now, this is the key. If you've been taking notes, this is a wonderful note to take. How does it work? I'm going to show you under the real charts how to add this indicator and how to use it. Let's add the VWAP indicator to your TradingView chart. So first thing you need to do, of course, be on tradingview.com. Go to the top up here, the indicator section. It says indicator is volume weighted average price. Okay. Once you have done that, start to make sure you add it to your favorites. Then you want to go down to your indicator ledger here. It says VWAP sessions. You want to go to the little gear stick. And once you get there, it says style. Make sure that the VWAP band is on, the upper band, lower band is on. And you can customize the colors by simply clicking on here and changing the colors if you would like. I just have my VWAP as blue and my upper and lower bands as green. Once you have done that, you should now have the VWAP on your chart. Now on your chart here, you have the green band, which is the upper band. You have the other green band, which is the lower band, and then the blue line here, which is the VWAP. I want to show you how I was able to use the VWAP strategy to grow my small account using the imbalance strategy. So I want to make sure y'all remember this. When it comes to the balance versus imbalance strategy or movement, the balance happens 70 to 80% of the time in the market, and the imbalance happens about 20 to 30%. Now, remember, when we're talking about a balanced market or balanced price action, we're looking that price is inside the bands, the upper and lower bands. And this is a visual of what that looks like here. Okay, remember my green line is my upper band, my blue line is the VWAP, and this other green line is the lower band. As you can see here, two prices hanging around the blue line, which is the VWAP. Remember, price likes to hang around this area, which is the volume weighted average price. I want y'all to also remember this term, support and resistance. Support is a floor where price action is unable to continue to fall. And as you can see, the lower band is acting as a level of support. Contrary to support is resistance. Resistance is a ceiling. As you can see, the upper band is acting as a level of resistance where price is unable to continue to rise. It broke through for a little bit, but after it closed underneath and was unable to push through the upper band. So I want you to remember earlier in the video when we were talking about balance versus imbalance and giving you an image of a tug of war or the saw. When we're in balance, y'all, just remember this is a seesaw where we're both on the same side, buyers and sellers, right? It's even as you see. You can clearly see of the high and the low, and that price is just hanging out in this specific area. Now, remember, when we are a small account or starting out, like when I started out with my $200 account, I wanted to take advantage of big moves, right? That's how I was able to grow my account. That's what you want to look for too when it comes to this. So I want you to see this is where the money is made. Once price is able to finally, remember that tug of war, buyers or sellers are able to win, and we're able to get a break of either the upper band or the lower band. This is where these big moves produce themselves, right? And as you can see, we have had to have some extreme patience and discipline for this whole time period in order to wait for this move. But it was so worth it. As you can see, once we got a break of the lower band, price made a wonderful move to the downside. Now, this is the thing when you are getting into a trade, you are looking for your entry. And we like to take advantage of what we call a pullback. So what a pullback is by definition, it's a momentary shift or change in price action of the overarching trend. So in this case, we have a downtrend happening here, and this pullback is where price pulls up, pull back to this area here where we find our entry. Now, this is the thing. When you are a trader, you need to always have a defined entry and a defined exit. And that exit can either be a profit target or a stop loss. In this case, our stop loss is out of the trade if the price goes against us. In this case, y'all, the stop loss is simply on the opposite side of that lower band that we used at that price broke through. Our first profit target is going to be these lines are hourly lines or levels that I draw on a daily basis when I actually trade live with my students every day. So what we do here, y'all, we're able to take profit. And what that means is that you lower your risk in the trade. You get paid for the move, the work you've done thus far. So my stop loss is the green line and my profit target is the orange line. All right, so this is just another example of a balanced market. As you can clearly see, you should be able to see the visual of the upper and lower bands acting as resistance and support levels, and how price was unable to break through either. The second strategy that you can use when it comes to trading using the VWAP bands, it's called the rejection of either the upper or lower bands. Now, what we identify when we are seeing that price is having a hard time with the upper band, we are able to now use that as an entry as a possible rejection of the upper band to the downward fashion or downward direction, right? And we are always having a target, right? A profit target and a stop loss. Our target here will always be the VWAP as our first profit target. So once price rejected off of the upper band, we take the now, I want you to understand something. As you can see, these are not large moves like the imbalance you previously, right? Now, this is very important to identify the different types of strategies that you need to use into your account size. You are able to have a bigger account. You're able to make a great return on a smaller move because you have larger investment. If you have a smaller account and need a bigger move, the imbalance strategy lends itself to small accounts as a benefit, the way that it moves, because the imbalance makes those really big moves. The balance marks are smaller moves. The second target is going to be the lower band here, as you can see. So it was wonderful. You identified the resistance level and then you were able to take profit as support. This is another example on the Apple chart of showing you a balanced market. We have the upper band here, we have the VWAP, and then we have the lower band. As you can see, price was able to stay inside of the bands for a period of time. I'm gonna address the elephant in the room because some folks are probably gonna come into my comments. Don't come for me because I ain't stand for you. These are false breakouts. What we want to see is price is able to hold. If it was a resistance level, it needs to now act as a strong support level and price should have a continuation above. In this case, they broke out, but then they were forced right back under that VWAP upper band. Now I want to show you on the exact same chart that you're able to see that price was imbalanced, and then we finally a break of this upper band here. Price then was able to retest here and give us that push to the upside, give us that fine imbalance, right? We got out of the balance. Our entry was here at this candle. Remember, using our stop loss is on the opposite side of that band. We now also have our profit targets, right? Which is these yellow lines, which are my hourly level. And I want you to see too, remember we talked a little bit about pullbacks. We have multiple entries on the way up to my profit target. So what I do with these extra pullbacks are add on to my position size. So since the trade is going in my favor, I simply bought more contracts in the direction of the move to maximize this move even more. I hope these live charts helped. I always love teaching. Comment down below and let me know if they were helpful or if you want to know anything else about VWAP or all things. All right, now that we've added the VWAP to your chart, this is how we're using it to be able to identify balance versus imbalance. If price is inside the VWAP bands, that is meaning that price is balanced. If price has broken out of either the upper or lower VWAP bands, that means that price is imbalanced. So just remember this question when you're using the VWAP. Is price inside of the bands or outside of the bands? The big dogs, quote unquote, right? That we call the big dogs, hedge funds, market movers, they want to pay the best price for the underlying asset. And the VWAP, once again, what it stands for is the volume weighted average price. That's the fair value of that underlying asset. So this is why the VWAP is such an amazing indicator to be able to identify where buyers are hanging out at. Hedge funds watch the VWAP to get the best price for the underlying asset. So for example, if there was someone working for you and they're your buyer, for example, if they bought apples for you and you realize time and time again, you are overpaying for this apple. The apple's price is $3 and they keep buying the apple for $5. That means you're overpaying for that underlying asset, which is the apple. But once we have identified the VWAP is giving us an indicator of the fair value of the underlying asset. This is why buyers hang out at this area. This is why a lot of price action happens here. That is the fair value for the underlying asset. We don't want to overpay for something that we can get a fair price for. So now you understand the difference between balance and an imbalanced market. You also understood how to add the indicator to your chart and how to identify if it is balanced or imbalance. As a trader, you need to be able to scale your strategy. So my first strategy was the imbalance strategy. Now I am able to take advantage of a balanced market strategy, okay? So what this means is that in my trading journey, I was able to grow my account using that first VWAP imbalance strategy. Now, once I had a larger account, I was then able to use the balanced market. Remember, identifying where price is able to make a range or the consolidation where it's bouncing off of inside of the VWAP bands. Now, this is the key when you have a larger account. You don't need as big of moves to make money because the bigger your account, the smaller moves, you're able to get a good return still on your investment, okay? Now, this is the thing. Remember, the imbalance moves were 20 to 30% of the time, but the balance moves happen 70 to 80% of the time. Now, with both strategies, my friends, I'm able to maximize a trading week because I'm able to identify if we're imbalanced or if we are in a balanced state. When it comes to the balanced strategy or the imbalanced strategy, I trade these on the 2-minute and the 5-minute time frame. I hope this video was helpful for you to be able to identify a balanced state market versus an imbalanced state. And I want you to know this one thing. The best traders do not have to predict. You identify and then react. You do not need a bunch of strategies. You do not need a magic pill. You need one system that you're able to identify and execute. Remember, if you ever want to trade with us live and hear our thought process, we do this every day. And I mean we, my husband and I, we're a team. So if you ever want to trade with us live, click the link in the description or comment the word trade down below. Until the next one, I hope you have an awesome rest of the year, a blessed month, and I will see you on the next one.